Hello there and welcome to the Round 1 recap. Well, it was an unprecedented start to the Toyota AFL Premiership season for 2020. Richmond and Carlton once again kicking things off on a Thursday night, but this time at an empty MCG. After coronavirus threw the world into chaos, bizarre scenes, but the Blues were desperately searching for their first Round 1 win since 2012, but to do so, they would need to overcome the reigning premiers.
Revolt parked under it, it gets to the back, Lynch so dangerous, Marley and Pickett running into open space, handball to Lambert, Castagna now straightens up and the Tigers have got their second.
Cochin coughs it up to his opposing captain in number 9, in Cripps. Now Fisher with a quick kick forward.
Holding the man, advantage.
So Cunningham's kicked the goal, got a bit of support, bounced away from Cripps, quickly onto it Bolton, and then Bolton straightens up. That's a lovely looking kick to Revolt, and he's got him. And Jack is on fire, and the Jack unselfishly gives it off, and Castagna kicks his second.
And he cruiser down there, hurt after that ruck contest.
Yeah, he's in a world of pain, guys. The club doctor's just racing out there as we speak, and he's just grabbing at that left ankle, so not good sides for Blues fans.
Good hands out towards Martin. Clever, well done. Gets to Bolton, and that's a lovely looking kick, and he's kicked his second. Not much to go right for them tonight. Carlton, Lynch, scrappy old kick, but not a bad one actually, and then Martin, absolutely superb, and Revolt kicks his third.
So after all their hard work, Richmond have actually increased this lead. And they go deep again, and there is Martin, and he just gets rid of his direct opponent. Also the off-the-ball work from the leaders. Long ball from Nankervis, Lynch, and out the back Bolton. Ball doesn't get to him. High contact on Rioli. Can he snap a goal? Yes, he can.
Handball Oko's clever actually. Walsh turns around and directs to Gibbons. Oh, that's great defence by Baker. Martin's been very impressive. Can he shake the tag? He does. Oh, that's one for the highlights reel.
And lots of players to come back into their side. Lambert, Rioli, Edwards. And now Prestia can load up from outside 50, and that is a very, very good finish.
It's been turned around, this free kick. Jack Martin's got it for an indiscretion by Trent Cochin.
50 metres against Asprey, high tackle, pay the 50. You went high tackle, you put his head.
He missed his opening shot on goal, but he's kicked the last 3. He's guided at home, and he's kicked 4 for the night. What a debut for him and the Blues.
Cripps starting to really become a factor. Lowers the eyes inside 50. Cunningham's pickup was good. Shovels it back to Martin, who's been unbelievable. Stands up in the tackle to Murphy. Murphy. Nunes off a step. What about this? It goes through. Edwards, Pickett. Look away handball, Martin. Back to Pickett. Steps through nicely, and then the little caressing ball is beautiful to Bolton. What can Shea Bolton do? He strikes that nicely. Got 3. He sees Murphy drift into the pocket. Murphy again tries to pick out a player in triple coverage. Dow back to Silvani. Sold on a little bit of candy and kicked a really good goal, his second.
Richmond's first quarter was that impressive. They hit the scoreboard. They've relaxed a little bit, but still a good win.
So Bolton off a step, belting it forward. Doherty trying to hold Rioli up, and Rioli's taken them both on. And we've seen Rioli's do this before at the MCG. Waltzes in and puts some cream on the cake, doesn't he?
The Tigers picking up where they left off last year, notching up their 10th straight victory over the Blues. Collingwood and the Western Bulldogs were next to do battle, the Pies getting special clearance for the Brown family to watch a son of a gun in Tyler Brown debut against a Doggies side many are touting as a genuine premiership contender.
He just pounds it long. To Goey, the deepest. Myercheck there as well. Front and centre, Elliott does this brilliantly, and the Maggies get there first.
He's already started at full forward, but he went into the last centre clearance, JB, so he's going to be alternating.
Sits a long ball for Cox, who gets good hands. Normally good from close range, and no exception there. Good start, Collingwood. Inside 50 count, Hodgie too. 12-2 in favour of the Maggies. Hunter. Williams is a talented player, but he might have just coughed that up. Elliott on the up. Here is Brown. Gives it to his brother, who walks on through and kicks another one for Collingwood. The Browns combine and up they go in the box.
Main got there in the end. Quick hands back to Crisp. Then a long, hopeful ball forward. Myercheck, well done in the air. Did a great job of it.
Very dangerous with the ball. Forward of the centre circles. Gives it back to Grundy. He goes long and hard in the Myercheck direction, and another contested mark inside forward 50. To make it 3 on end in this second term, and Myercheck has stuck it through.
Play on, knocked out, play on.
Here's a chance for Kavara. Tried to bustle his way through. Might get his first goal in AFL football. He's looking for his first goal with his first kick. And they will flock to him. The Dogs get their third, and he gets his first. Over the history of sport, the umpires have a pretty good record against the players. Well done to Goey. Clean pick-up, should finish it. Does. He's a star. 29-13. Collingwood have dominated in so many facets of the game. The last 3 goals of the second term makes the scoreboard look a little more attractive than it was. Got out to 48 points. Here's a chance for Josh Bruce, his first perhaps. 50 in 2015, 36 plus in 3 of the last 4 years. He knows exactly where the goals are, and he's got his first as a Bulldog.
Play on, walking in, play on. You, mate.
Here he is. Got hands to it. Dacos. What about that surname? And the swing on goal is superb.
Dacos gets another. You hear it crisply off his boot.
Well, there you have it, a statement from last season's preliminary finalists and a familiar sinking feeling for the Bulldogs, who were on the receiving end of a similar blowout in last season's elimination final. Essendon was the other early finals exit in 2019 and started the new season by playing host to Fremantle in Justin Longmuir's first official game as Dockers coach.
McGrath. They've got the early momentum because they've generated it themselves. Cutler. Speaking of new recruits, Townsend and the end of it as well. And he's got it again. Flag in 2017, as the boys told you, but only 1 game last year. And he delivers as well with his new club.
Now we'll call it because Lobb gets onto his right boot and he puts it right through the middle. Walters' kick. Look at that. He's just snuck it out of the pack. And the mark has been taken. A beautiful mark has been paid. So Taberner around the body and they get their second. So a bit of effort from the boundary umpire as well as it goes down to McDonald, Tip and Woody. Twisting and turning. He's grabbed, he's gone. He just got the handball in. Umpire said play on. Merritt. Sard. Here he goes again. McDonald, Tip and Woody goes long to the goal square at the back. He's got it.
Bends it around towards Sturt's going to have to go from 3 deep. The kid got up there. Spilt the mark. Got one too high. Let's see what he's got. Struck it pretty well. Drives it long and he's got it there. Sensational from the first gamer for his first goal.
15 points of difference. This is going to be a vital break, and it's Zach Merritt who gets it out to Dylan Shield. Shield looks for Stringer, and Stringer judges it beautifully and plays on. And from 55, he lines up and goes bang right through the middle. Smith was the target. It's been intercepted though by Fife. Now a chance for the Fremantle Dockers. Schultz from 55. He looks for Walters at the back. They got in each other's way. Taberner should have maybe shepherded, and look at that. Walters is looking back and giving him the same advice, but it's going to come straight back in. Lobb this time gets it out, and Collier takes the mark. Decides to go back and take the set shot from 35 out.
And it opens up now for Zaharakis. Has a bounce. No one comes at him. Snelling under it. Just stumped away last second. Snelling ducks back. Got away. Sprinted clear of Chera and drills it. Huge moment.
Lobb around the body. They need this, the Fremantle Dockers, and they get it. Big Rory Lobb.
got some spring in their step, the Docker players now. Walters drifts forward quickly after gathering it in the midfield. Goes inside to Sturt. Oh, the kid might get 50. 50 metres.
He will too. Bang!
The kids can play.
Last thing we're going to do is give a soft free kick away in the ruck, and that's what happened. Ball is bombed long for the Bombers, up towards the full forward position. Conker waits ready, picks it up, gets the kick away. McDonald, Tippin, Woody does something magic, and Stringer kicks the goal. Stringer's got it.
Wants to go and take off outside the boot. Delightful delivery. Tucker, the dance step, and he blasts it long. Sturts the man again. Two to beat the kid. Two to beat the kid.
Go to the super box and see the family. They'll be going nuts.
Casually wiped the hair from his eyes. Walks in. First game. Equal to the task. Game on again.
The kick goes long from Schultz, up towards centre half forward, off the hands of the back. Here we go, Brayshaw, open goal. Oh, he's missed it. Missed his second open goal for the quarter.
It comes down to this. Chera. Hot spot. High. Tamina up. Hurley smothered. Seconds tick off the clock. 5 on hands and knees, couldn't get it. And the Bombers hold on.
An absolute thriller there at Marvel Stadium. A good start, though, to John Worsfold's final year as coach of the Bombers. Now, Adelaide had plenty to celebrate heading into round one. Skipper Rory Sloane's 200th game and a fresh start under coach Matthew Nicks. The Crows coming up against a buddyless Swans outfit as the visitors look to rebound after missing the finals last year for the first time since 2009.
He's gone straight to another level, Hutto. He's elite. Absolutely elite.
Finds Cunningham. Clean for the Swans so far. This is the kick, and that's the mark to Heaney.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a tough decision.
Nice work and a good fend from Heaney. Kept Jones at bay. Eyed off Blakey, but that experience of Talia. He's a hard man to beat, although the ball's still very much alive. And Kennedy, right up to the moment.
If Miller is kicking the ball, if Brodie Smith's kicking it, you don't mind that style.
Big presence from O'Brien. Off to Lynch. He's capable from there. He knew it, and so do we all. Lovely goal for Tom Lynch. The fist was prominent from Mills. Reardon versus Murphy. Murphy wins out. Stengel in that number 18, turns around and kicks another goal. They can't miss.
Well, this is amazing.
He gives them time to run and jump. Just got a bit disorientated down there, Murphy, at the last. Gibbs with the slap away. Murphy goes hard again. Cunningham almost in his back. Was clever, though. Picked the pocket. Now Hayward. Can he craft a goal? Oh, he can. Keeps it moving. He wanted the handball ramp here. It wasn't ideal for Florent.
Well done.
Umpire said play on as he ducked into the high contact. Waiting at the front was Papley. Didn't fall his way. It did fall for Blakey. And he has curled one back for another fantastic goal. Had a possession and scoring. Florent's been pivotal. Generating another opportunity deep. But that all, in the end, it wasn't taken by Mackesy. Onto it is Papley. That is danger, danger, danger. Papley is celebrating. He looked to the crowd. There was no one there. He picked 44 in the 2018 draft. Played a game last year. Sets this one up. Knocked away from Heaney, but he's good enough to pick it up. Is he good enough to bounce one home? They're kicking them from everywhere on the run. Back to 9 points right now. And again, they get it out of the middle with Parker and Kennedy. A wobbly one. The bounce could go anywhere. Ronk. Watch out for Heaney. He actually got clear. He put it on the boot, and it's right through the middle. Parker. Crunch on his kick as well to the square. The height was there with O'Brien. Papley had a run at it. Still in. Heaney was smart enough and good enough to kick a beautiful goal.
Normally there's a couple of players smart enough to realise that, but the others don't.
Well, so much riding on this for Adelaide. They get a second chance, and Lynch snatches it. He puts it through, and this is very much game on. 10 points the margin. A minute 50 to go. There's an opportunity here. Frampton was quick with the hands, and so was Crouch with the foot, and now hugged into the chest. Oh, what an opportunity this is for Chase Jones. Stands at 35. He stands at 30, and now he can stand with arms raised and fist pumped. O'Brien, it's a long way down. They were sweating on him. Sloane, what an inspiration. The drag down tackle. Crouch to Smith. They're going to get their shot here at glory. And talk about glory. Taylor Walker. If there's one man in the comp that can kick it from here, it's Taylor Walker. Does he have the shot? The clock ticks down to 24 seconds. This kick is big in every way, but it fades. It fades to the right. Oh, Adelaide can take it clean from here. Oh, the threat was on with Seedsman, but time has run out for the big steal, and the Swans instead have beaten the Crows.
The Crows nearly stealing the victory there. The Swans, though, holding on. Isaac Heaney standing up in the absence of Lance Franklin. Last year's grand finalists were next to take to the stage. The Giants keen to put their final game of 2019 behind them as they faced off against another top 4 contender in the Cats.
Penetrating ball inside 50. Oh, good mark. One-on-one, Daniel Lloyd.
Bends it around, set up pretty nicely back there for Henry, and he's just steered that one astray, and it's in good hands now. Lockie Whitfield, a beautiful user of the footy, steers a low burner, getting back Lloyd. Oh, he started beautifully.
To the back, Henry now, nervous with Cameron bearing down on him. Did that really well, but then got taken in the tackle. Even happier if he bends this around and it goes through. It does. Perfect start, GWS. Good hands there from Kelly, and the squaring ball. Numbers here with the Cats. They will try and concede, but they can't do it. Perryman off the ground.
It's up back in the hands of Whitfield, and that's what he's in the side to do, which is to pierce that kick through. Tom Green, the first gamer, couldn't quite get access to the footy. De Boer, Narkle slipped underneath. O'Connor, the Irishman, dangers a chance on his left, sizes it up one step, and what about that from the superstar?
A good way to help the players manifest that atmosphere down here.
Thanks, Abby. Unrealistic attempt there, allows Gary Ablett to slot it to Rowan.
Daniels likes to hook this one round the body. Zach Langdon the target. Jordan Clark has been paid deliberate out of bounds. Game number 25. He'll take a good strike, and that... Oh, look at that thing, straight through.
Back to Tui by hand. He penetrates with the ball inside 50. Narkle, Atkins, Brian Myers sells a bit of candy and kicks a very clever goal. Skill error allows the Giants back in, although this high ball really sits well, but Toby Green front and centre. Atkins ran him down. Cornelio from 45 on the left has tumbled it through.
He got a good bounce there, didn't he?
Amazing. Where does he go? Left foot squaring ball. Almost into the hands of Perryman. Off the ground. Picked up now by Cumming. And back to Perryman, and there's another one. Just got rid of him too easily, the big former Adelaide Crow. And then a high one for Himmelberg. They're a good set of hands. Wants to go straight away. Sees Toby Green out the back. If it sits, it's another one. It does.
Phil Davis going to take advantage of the advantage. Toby Green, took Selwood on. Always backs himself in, and the outside of the boot kick. That's high degree of difficulty.
That is outrageous, that kick.
Struts his way to the goal square. Jeremy Cameron, that's a good-looking kick. What about the skill on display there?
There is Zach Guthrie. Gave it to his brother, and then got it back from his brother. Nice ball for Duncan, who's been very good for the Cats. Quick release. Ablett, Taylor. And he goes inside 50 and finds the big frame of Tommy Hawkins.
Sleight of frame, that young man, back to Hawkins. The Hawks been called to play on, and they have found a way through. I might have put a moz on him earlier, Richo. He was in good goal-kicking form last year, playing as a more permanent forward. And there it is. That is straight through the middle. Chance now for Lloyd. First gamer, Green gets involved. Got a little flick handball out. Tom Green, he's a big, powerful young man. Perryman, can they kick? A settling goal. Perryman has got 4 goals. What a return for that man.
Centre of the ground. Thump a long one inside 50. Finlayson couldn't hang on. The little man, Daniels. And he sits it over the top for Toby Green, who gets goal side again.
He can sniff it, Toby.
A big win there for the Giants in Stephen Coniglio's first official game as skipper. A memorable victory for him. Now up on the Gold Coast, there was plenty of hype surrounding the Suns after an impressive Marsh Community Series, but they found themselves up against a power side ready to stake their claim on the season in what is a make or break year for coach Ken Hinkley.
Ainsworth funneled it out. Rowell. Miller. Kick. And McKenzie can't spoil this one away. King strong. Rockcliffe, Boak. Boak gets it back for the 1-2-3. And getting there late, but got there big time in the end was Georgiades to replicate Dad, but he can kick straight. Kicking is one of his tricks. And he slots his first ever goal in AFL footy. So Westhoff doing it to give Lycett a rest. No mark this time. Motlop, crumb, run, kick, goal, superb. Sidestep, absolutely. Brodie, caught.
Pressure.
Oh, breaking through the tackles, Connor Rosey hands it to Marshall. Within range, struck it well, struck it beautifully.
So they haven't played their absolute best and they're only 2 goals down.
Rockcliffe's had plenty of it as well in this opening term. Bog out. Clever. You can't outsmart the old fox. Gray hands it to Ebert with ease. Training drill stuff.
Bombing away until then.
We tried to hit the spot for days. Big leap. Greenwood nearly. Swallow. Yes. 2 in a row. Goes and retrieves it. Backs himself in. And he pumps it inside 50. Gets plenty on it and holding. Motlop plays on. It was Marshall's ball. He had to kick it. Fortune favoured the Brave there. Greenwood. Cleary. Got a handball away. Gray tries to keep it running. Barreled front on. Hartlett knows he's got Burton. Made him wait for it. Burton sold them beautifully and Ebert in the pocket. Burton rolled it off the deck. That was clever. Butters pokes it. Absolutely. Showed some class there. Aim on. Good handball from Ebert as well. Hit him lace out on the run. Ball picked in Motlop's territory. Right at his wheelhouse, this kind of ball. Gave it to Connor Rosey. And he is Picasso with a brush.
You can just see a lot of tongues dragging or hanging out in the Gold Coast team.
Hartlett blast that. Plenty on it. And it might be home. Lukosius didn't touch it. Puts it in the Westhoff direction. Crashed it down and Powell-Pepper is off. Little 1-2, Houston all the way to Motlop. Back in front of Powell-Pepper and into to sit. He took the contact, gave to Gray, and he bends it around to Ebert. Unselfish. Okay, out the back. This is the moment. Ben Ainsworth, open goal, being hunted down, gets the kick away and slams it home.
And that's a really unfortunate situation for Hartlett, who needs a decent run.
Powell-Pepper now with an issue. Shoulder or elbow. Jared, you're the physiotherapist.
I'd be going for the shoulder, Dwayne.
And he's talking about lateral movement in his knee. So Hartlett, Ebert and Powell-Pepper all with injury issues to the Hoff. Met hard by Swallow and maybe a little high.
Just ran past.
Yeah. Well, he went past the ball.
Without tradition so strong, we can't go wrong.
That loss for the Suns, their 19th in a row, their last win coming in round 4 last season. So over to Marvel Stadium we go, North Melbourne taking on a St Kilda side that bolstered its list in the off-season.
So Matt Jack Doyle was a laid out for North Melbourne. Murphy was the inclusion. Geary hands it over. Dunstan gets a chance to use it. And he blasts it. Goal square high. And the mark has been taken by Steele.
It'll be a great plus for them.
Walker gets up and crashes to the ground. Hit it hard.
No crowd here. Could absolutely hear the noise.
Oh.
Told to go. Thumps at goal square. There's a hold. And King will get his first shot at goal. Max King free. Wearing Nick Rewald's number 12. From the old King to the new King. Kicks his first goal in AFL footy.
Not 15.
Not 15. Hunter Clark stands under it. Curtis Taylor tackled him. Ball comes to Billings. He blasts it. Seconds tick down and he gets it there. Talking about the one-on-ones that are worth keeping an eye out for. And Long got up there. Nice grab. A little bit of hang time and hopefully he's okay.
What's he done? Terrific mark coming over the top.
Oh, ankle.
Roll the
right ankle. Yep. Create that angle for himself, didn't he?
Thanks, Ben.
Marshall, Paddy Ryder stalking this. Got up early. Great hands, Paddy.
Now, that's exactly what we're talking about. They're a tall, short.
50.
And 50.
50 metres.
Now it's a certainty.
Don't give away a second goal.
No one on the mark. Slides it through. And it's on here. There's a bit of spice in it. Gresham knows that. Kick smothered. Ricochets through Pollock, though. Hanbury. Went low, and that's a mark, but maybe just beyond his range for Billings.
Here's the mark. Don't block. Don't block.
And he plays on quickly and dumps it. He's got a fair bit on it. It's sailing. It's sailed all the way home. Scramble from Anderson. Missed his target with the handoff. Hunter Clark spins into a tackle rather than out of one. Long put his heart and body on the line. Simpkin finds some space. Needs to finish. It's clean. Curtis Taylor hunts it. Kept it in somehow. Gets it to Goldstein somehow. Hands it back again. And now he hits Hall. Plays on. Opens it up. And he's a star when he's on. And he was on right there. Very sure. Working the boundary like a soccer manager. Barking some instructions, using the body language. Cunnington trying to squeeze it inside. Brown loops it. Larkey bangs it long. It's bending. It's bending. And that's massive. Huge team lifting moment from the Suvalaki.
Play's just starting to open up a little bit now. So tight for so long. Wears the players down. Once it gets in open space, it becomes more difficult to get the pressure on.
Thomas to Anderson to Cunnington. Big kick this for the lead for the first time for North. Struck it well. 5 goals in a row for North Melbourne. And they're like an unstoppable train right now. Has he got a 52-metre kick in his bag of tricks? He doesn't. Holding free St Kilda. Top of the square to King. First goal was from a free. And the young first gamer could be the hero yet. He's having a think. Heads top of the square instead. Cunnington's the leaper. Off hands. He's got it. Free grabber to give them the lead back with 3.5 minutes left. Never in doubt. North back in front. Pumps it long. Goldstein rises. Can't mark it. But it could be the last day of footy we get for a while. We've got a classic.
What a comeback there from the Roos after being down by 31 points early in the third term. Brisbane was the feel-good story of 2019, and on Sunday they travelled to the MCG to face the Hawks, who they had beaten in their last 4 encounters. Hawthorn, though, keen to turn the table as they welcome back Brownlow medalist Tom Mitchell after a year absence with a broken leg.
If a big key position type, he's got very, very good stamina.
A chance here for the Hawks. Smith on his left. He gets the Hawks rolling. He's an old star, an ageing veteran, but he started his season beautifully.
McInerney out the back, the big man. Oh, look at the pick-up from McCluggage to Hipwood. That was silky smooth, and Eric Hipwood has got his first goal.
You're going to be pinged.
So Henderson's coming off, which is disappointing. 11th season in his best, runner-up in the best and fairest. Man in his 19th, squares things up. Why would you doubt that Sean Burgoyne was even thinking about doing anything else other than splitting the middle? He's a genius.
Zorko's a clever player. Can he find a way through? Did well to get it back to Robinson. Tumbling ball. Charlie Cameron's got it. And Charlie, you'd back him in from here. Charlie Cameron decides the conventional drop punt is the go. He kicked 57 goals in 2019.
Neil to Zorko on the wing. Again, McAvoy getting involved, but Hipwood just starts to dash away. Got a couple of helpers. One of them is Cam Rayner. He can look over the top if he wants to. McStay and decides to go long instead. Can he bounce it through? Cam can. Cam Rayner got the laughs from the Lions' perspective, and they've got a little fight now. Mitch Robinson doing Mitch Robinson things.
Yeah, that ultra desperation. It does lift your teammates, that kind of desperation act. That was going to be a mark, but he just got his fingertips to the ball.
Clever little slap. Here's a chance for Bruce. Got one at this end earlier. He's got another. He's a superb finisher.
Sean Burgoyne's in the goal square all on his own. Will it get there? Didn't quite. He's pretty clever. He's got options and got through a couple and just did what he does better than anyone else. The Silk's got 3, and there's a bit of joy for you. Been pretty well matched, Rayner. He liked that confidence. He looked, that one was ahead of him and decided to take it on. McStay, good grab.
They've got their tallest defender there, and McStay grabbed it.
Made his debut in Jonathan Brown's last game, and I think John O'Brien would be pretty proud of what he did just then.
3 goals is the basic margin.
Oh, big boy McAvoy, that's a good grab. Shields drives a long ball. Warple using all his body strength.
Hawthorn advantage.
Well, he's played advantage to Bruce. He must have known the don't argue ability of Luke Bruce, who put it straight through. As we know, a lot of questions around at the moment. Hawks surging forward again. Bruce, he's got Wingard out the back. Wingard, clever player, twists, turns, sums it up, and Wingard gets another.
The Hawks snapping a 4-game losing streak against the Lions to notch up their first win of 2020. Now to the final match of the round. And that was played in the most bizarre of circumstances. West Coast and Melbourne stepping onto Optus Stadium just moments after AFL boss Gillon McLachlan announced the season would be suspended at the conclusion of the round.
Shepherd driving ball again. Darling looked likely. Nick Nananui over the top, and the Eagles will get their second goal. Archie can roll it through. So the Melbourne response here needs to be immediate. The Eagles getting dangerous again. Ryan just waiting for an error or a teammate to flip the ball his way. Instead it goes out to Archie. Opportunity to kick his second goal. And he's taken that opportunity. They've been rare for him at AFL level. Here they go out of the middle. Extra artillery now that Tim Kelly is a West Coast player. Harms had to be good with the handball. It was a little short of being assessed that way. Puts his teammates under pressure. Oh, Neville's out a handball straight to Sheed, who says thank you very much. Brayshaw, Jetta stepping right through. He's normally a beautiful kick. Sometimes you need a bit of luck as well.
Advantage, Melbourne.
Advantage taken by Petrarca. Deep kick, tough one to reach down there. McDonald comes back at it. McGovern just sits on it.
Just a go.
Oh, it's kicked out of the pack for a goal. They get to Archie, they get to Cripps, they've got the half forward, looking dangerous again. Little pop kick was pretty good for Jack Darling. And with that style of his, he puts it right through the middle with great authority. Fritsch with that stylish left hook. It's back into the middle with Pickett. Turns, instant kick. It's still one-on-one, so there's a chance for Melksham. And Tom McDonald presented.
Transition off halfback is so important in today's game. And when you transition, you want some representation forward of centre. Exactly like West Coast have been able to produce here.
Brilliant from Darling. And what about the handball from Archie? And that allows Ryan to run in another one for the Eagles. Langdon back through the middle. Brayshaw found himself in roughly the right spot. Langdon with the kick. He's gone for distance this time. Max trying to get forward to help. McDonald got both hands to it. And Pickett flashing through. And Cozzy kicks it. Sheed, though, well done by Harms. Brayshaw, was he taken high? No. Archie, Sheed, straight lines for the Eagles towards goal. And Dom Sheed can kick a big goal. Here's Ryan again getting creative. Kelly. Gawn works the mark, but Kelly just strolls on by. And one thing Tim Kelly can do is kick a terrific goal. And if anyone stopped him, it was his teammate, but no, he's got it. And eyes off Alex Neil-Bullen, who realises suddenly that he can go, and there's a path ahead for Fritsch, who takes off at centre half forward. Kicks it wide. They've got someone running from behind this time. For the first goal of the last quarter. And he's done it for the D's. Oh, no, Jared, you're going to have all your hobby horses out, aren't you, in the next 10 weeks? They're going forward.
Got plenty of time to get them out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good play if he can get a goal.
Bedford the turn, and he can link up with Pickett. There you go. That's something to look forward to, D's. Footy, we're going to miss you. The West Coast Eagles go out in style. And that's it for the moment for AFL football in 2020. Who knows when we'll return.
The Eagles too good in Perth. The D's heading back to Melbourne winless and with a long wait ahead as the season came to a grinding halt. And that is our round recap for this week. Until next time, goodbye.